Okay, stream chat, let's get started. My overlay interface could look better, but it'll be what it is. This is Shadowrun for the Sega Genesis. You should have some familiarity with it. It has been some time since I played it. 2 years and some change since my series. Of course, I walked Lethal Feline through it earlier this year. I have a great appreciation for this game. Very fun. Rented this so many times that we actually stole it from Blockbuster Video and paid the replacement fee because Blockbuster told us that we couldn't buy it directly from the store. But we loved the game so much and had rented it so many times that we just fucking jacked the sumbitch. We actually even got the instruction manual as well. It's pretty rare to get an instruction manual from a video and game rental store. The fact that it stayed in the box for so long was a testament to how much people respected that game. Yep, that's pretty much what it was, Lethal. My brother went in and was the one who broke the news. Thankfully, a train is around to be with us. So, if you're unfamiliar with Shadowrun, of course, it's a tabletop role-playing system. Shadowrun for the Sega Genesis, I believe, has the most fidelity to that over its basically contemporary of the time, Shadowrun for the Super Nintendo. There are people who like the Super Nintendo version more than the Sega Genesis one, and I think there is more popularity with the Super Nintendo version. I didn't much care for that one. It played too much like an adventure game rather than an RPG, and a point-and-click adventure game with a console cursor using that fucking D-pad, and I think my opinions on adventure games have been well made over the course of my time online. So yes, great appreciation. I have a great knowledge of this game, which I'm sure has been dimmed by the passing of time. Now, what's special about this run, and it just popped into my mind whenever I decided that I was going to do a broadcast, is that this run is going to avoid the Matrix. Now, I shouldn't have to dip into the Matrix at all, not even for anything, since I have an idea of what I'm doing. Not using the Matrix will make the game shorter and make things less expensive. The Matrix minigame is incredibly pricey. A very intense and competitive hobby where only the strongest survive. Anyway, let's see if I can remember my controls here that I just mapped. I'm using my keyboard. So, no Decker. I find the Decker for Joshua to be rubbish anyway. I don't see the point in having a character start as that. The data jack is a waste of essence. I'd rather pick one up as you go, because they'd start off with better computer skills anyway. Phantom from the frag grenade bar in the Renraku can't speak today. Renraku Arcology is a great choice. Already played as Samurai Joshua, of course, starting off with those hand raisers. Samurai Joshua is a little bit slow. Starts with well, no, he doesn't start with the god-awful pistol, but I think that's your best bet for a character. Unless you're going to attempt magic. Now, Gator Shaman won't be using any cyberware unless you want to impact the efficiency of the character. Now, the first time I played through this game, I had the brilliant idea of combining a Gator Shaman and actually putting a data jack in his head. Because that's what I wanted to do with my awakened magic-using character. Put a data jack in his head, remove some of his essence, and surf the Matrix with him. Because that was a pro strat right there. That was really stupid. And of course, for those of you who are familiar with how the cartridge worked for the Sega Genesis Shadowrun, there were only 2 save slots. My brother used one, I used the other. So, there were no take-backsies. Mistakes were made, indeed. I'm going to be using the Gator Shaman. Another disadvantage of using the Shaman is that one of your inventory slots are permanently taken up by your Gator Totem. But it's what I rolled with. I'm a magic person anyway, and my first playthrough was with Samurai. So, if I can remember my buttons. The time, January 31st, 2058. The place, Seattle, UCAS. Under the cover of darkness, a team of Shadowrunners moves through the wilderness. Without warning, they are ambushed by unknown forces. The massacre is over quickly, but captured on Trivid by one of the slain members' cyber eyes. The Trivid was recovered and made national news. Michael, your brother, was the last to die. Spending your last New Year to go to Seattle, you vow to avenge your brother's death. I actually got gooseflesh from seeing that intro all over again. Oh man. How cool this game was. Landing at SeaTac Airport, you flag a cab to bring you to Michael's last cred stick transaction, Stoker's Coffin Motel, located in the Redmond Barrens. Stoker! Been a long time since I've seen you, Stoker. The battered sign reads Stoker's Coffin Motel. I'm not gonna bother reading all the dialogue for this game. I didn't plan on it. Oh, look at him. It's been so long, Stoker. How you been? How are the kids? How's it going? Your eye permanently encrusted shut. You creepy motherfucker. I won't bore you with the welcome speech, so what do you want? Well, you know, I am here to pick up Michael's stuff. Oh, Cragnac, coffins, that all pertains to Shadowrun, of course, got so much inspiration from the cyberpunk genre, which, you know, one of its primary creators was William Gibson with Neuromancer. Coffin motels were known in Neuromancer. It's a thing. It's part of the lingo. I'm not here to explain the cyberpunk genre or its lingo, but it fits. Anyway, Stoker here is telling us that our brother owed him a bit. Back rent and all. Michael didn't exactly have the best digs, and if we want his stuff, we're gonna have to pay up 250 new yen. Well, we don't have that. And thankfully, Stoker's kind enough to give us some guidance. We can go to the jump house. Man named Gunderson is always looking for runners. We get involved in the seedy Seattle life. So taking a look at yonder inventory here, we start off with the Model 101T light pistol. If memory serves, you can't buy this pistol anywhere in the game. It's that awful. We have some armor clothing. We have a fetish, which, if memory serves, helps to absorb drain. We have a stim patch, and we have a trauma patch. Stim is for healing mental damage. Trauma is for healing physical damage. And then our Gator Totem, which, as I said, permanently takes up a slot. It's kind of important. We have 10 clips. Skill-wise, Joshua here has some quickness to him, which is thankful. He's definitely much quicker than the samurai version is, and Lord knows he's gonna need it. He has some sorcery, of course, which you need for spellcasting. And a magic rating of 6, because he has all of his essence points. Come on, Toon Dude. Seriously? Joshua, as a human shaman, also starts off with a negotiation skill of 3, which helps to improve money rates, and since we're not going to be doing any Matrix runs, you bet that will be useful. Also starts off with a firearm skill of 2, so if you're looking to game the system that way by increasing that to 12, and then bumping one of these up, you're in business. Cyberware, of course, is none, and here's the magic screen. Woo! Joshua starts off with 3 spells: Mana Zap, Rock Skin, and Heal Wounds. Mana Zap is our attack spell, Rock Skin is a buff, Heal Wounds, I hope, is self-explanatory. Mana Zap is available at Force 3. And we're gonna full offense the fuck out of that. Rock Skin is... we're not gonna be casting that, I think, over the entire game. Heal Wounds will also probably be making use out of. Success is your chance of success. Drain is how much that spell impacts Joshua's health. It's kind of a big deal. Also, I gotta remember my buttons. Pocket Secretary. Can't afford 250 new yen because we start with a whopping 20. We have no job. And in order to get Michael's stuff, we have to pay 250 new yen to Stoker. Mr. Johnson's, there's Mr. Gunderson. We already know what his biz is. Now, save load game feature, game 1, game 2, as I expressed earlier. I don't plan on unloading at all, seeing as how you can actually Iron Man this game all the way through. Also, I'm gonna kill people, because I can. First Blood. Joshua's a winner already. I didn't get any new yen or anything useful, but what can you do? Oi, friend, don't be so obvious. Old Stoker likes to toss my name around. You want to stay healthy in the shadows, you do well to just refer to me as Mr. Johnson. I'm totally channeling Lethal with that shit. You can ask him for some information. He's your newbie, Mr. Johnson. He helps to guide you through the basics of what he does. Like, what exactly is a Mr. Johnson? You know, my character's never been a Shadowrunner before. He's been totally legit up to this point. And he's got some contacts as well, but not really useful. Go and get a job here. Alright! We're gonna be with Mr. Gunderson for a while. From Stoker's Coffin Motel to the Ares Weapon Emporium. 55 new yen. So yeah, I don't plan on using the save load game feature. I plan on, well, not needing to, and if I die, well, that's no big deal, because I don't actually die. I'll just be returned either to the little Chiba Chop Shop, or whenever I get the bracelet, the, Seattle General Hospital. You just lose some money, but you're able to make, of course, you'll fail a Shadowrun if you're on it, depending on the run in question. There we go. I actually walked to the wrong place. Damn, that's what I get for talking. The runs here are seriously milk runs, though. Look at how fast that is to deliver. First run already done. Oh no, Otaku, that wasn't a weenie. That was just a normal civilian. Alright, next run. No. 45 for each ghoul kill's a nice offer courtesy of the negotiation skill? Fuck it. We're doing it live. I'm not gonna kill all 20 though. Uh-oh. Got some weenies after me. Send in the weenies. Oi. Now, unfortunately, the attack animation for, my mana hacks does take a while. Ah, shit. That first aid kit? Give it. Totally worth it. However, to compensate, as I noted earlier, the Shaman Joshua has 4 quickness, which allows him to make some distance. Meaning that he can do that pretty damn well. And we'll be able to sell that medkit later for some shekels. Anyway, we're in here to kill a few ghouls. I don't have a whole lot of killing power. I'm looking to maybe kill 2. Gargoyle's not exactly what I had in mind. Oh, the excitement. Oh, the intensity. The hypest gargoyle slaying action. Oh, goodness. Oh, hey! This is Joshua's amazing starting power at work here, folks. Alright, I call that a victory. Now, while I don't plan on using the save load function or even saving it all, or loading it all, I will, on occasion, throw down a save, just to make sure that if my emulator crashes, because I'm not playing this on an official Sega Genesis console, if my emulator crashes, I'll have that to go back to. Is that good enough for you? No. Right. Because gargoyles don't count as ghouls. I can't remember having tested that before. I'm sure I have at some point. Alright, so I'm gonna have to risk it a bit more. Sad face. I'll take my anger out of this guy. Flee! Mortal! You do not understand the wrath of the awakened. And I got some Nuyen from it. Have you not seen what I could do? There, he'll tell his friends. Okay. Let's go. Well, everyone, it's time for you to see what happens whenever you lose. Before you, get the bracelet. Good news. These, they're pretty slow. Bad news, they hit Joshua like a fucking freight train. Got some good Samaritan hauled you in, we patched you up some and took our payment from your cred stick. You can leave any time, but I advise you to be more careful. I could have left, but that would have been ruining the spirit. However, I didn't kill a single one of them, so I still got the run. Let's hope for a bit fewer than 5 this time. Maybe 2 to 3? Two to 3? Ah, shit, that fucker. Alright, this is gonna be another wipe. So, another wipe. He's too fast. That's a fucking vampire. Alright, this is why we don't do early goal runs, everyone. This is why I've never done it, and why I kept lethal away from it. Look, I didn't say you could run from me. Tell your friends, if I let you live, you must give me more Nuyen for the Chiba Chop Shop. Alright. Huh? Do you guys want to fight me? No? No. Alright. Anyway, we'll do it one more time. Note that we could have done so many Gunderson runs here, but we're doing it live, right? I channeled Bill O'Reilly there, and as it turns out, channeling Bill O'Reilly was not the best life choice I've ever made. Well. Good news. I have some good news. The good news is Hail Gator, as Lethal joked. Even better news is that I killed a ghoul! In the rectangle of life. That goal was faster than the others. That cannot be allowed to happen. That didn't work out the way I wanted. Oh, the excitement. The hypest Benny Hill action available to you. Anywhere. This is what you're spending your New Year's watching, everyone. I just want you to know that. Oh, crap. Hurt. Come on, Joshua. All you have to do is believe. Imagine how much karma we could have gotten. How much Nuyen if we had just avoided the goal run. Speaking of Nuyen, no. I fucked up the rectangle. I must pay for it. I thought that might happen. Just as good of an excuse as any. Let's go turn in this mission. No? No? Okay. It's okay. You can't die in this game. That's what makes it a great game to Iron Man. Can't die. Oh, you can be set back. Make no mistake, there are setbacks. But I have a revelation to make. But wait, there's more. Look, we need some distance. Maybe we should see other people. Maybe we should see other people. No? Yes, this is Halloween. This is Halloween. These guys don't wreck you as bad as ghouls do. Now, I wanted to point this out. We got this med kit earlier, and it actually has 6 uses. And you can see it's worth pretty much as 2 to 3 Gunderson runs. That's a big deal. Also, one more thing. Get this piece of shit out of my inventory. Which means... Slot this cred and I'm gone. The creds roll off your stick, and in return you are handed a crumpled plastic box. Opening it, you find a scented letter, a cyber deck, a wristband, and 2 hollow picks. The letter addressed to Michael reads as follows: wah 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 wah. The cyber deck is a small Legion's Alpha that hasn't seen much use. Won't see any under my watch. The wristband is a dock wagon homing beacon. When its wearer's condition becomes critical, a dock wagon trauma team is dispatched to retrieve him. The wearer is then resuscitated and dropped off at Seattle General Hospital. Now, the dock wagon trauma teams in this game are absolutely amazing because they can save Joshua no matter where he's at. That's not actually true in the tabletop. The AAA corporations, for example, have what's called extraterritoriality. The dock wagon trauma teams are not infringing upon that. They will call and ask for permission to go onto the corporate's territory to retrieve the runner who's doing a run on the territory. That's not working out for you. The wearer is then resuscitated and dropped off at Seattle General Hospital. Now, if you care more about staying in the Redmond Barrens, you'd want to lay off doing this for a while, because if you get wrecked, you're going to be teleported to Seattle General Hospital, and you're going to lose shit tons of money. That's a hollow pix. That's Dr. Ivana Haversheen. We'll be speaking with her later. And Mr. Caleb Brightmore, Esquire. Problem solved. Worries eliminated. And we get 500 Nuyen for our troubles. Hooray! Yes, Otaku. That's exactly what happens. Anyway, our work here is not done. Gunderson's my good friend, and I can't leave him hanging. Yep. Jump house, Boris's greenhouse. That's easy money. Slot this cred stick and I'm gone. Caleb Brightmore has elf ears because he's an elf. This just in. Anyway, see how much easier that was compared to the ghouls. Absolutely beautiful. Did I get the partnership yet? What the fuck? I just, mentioned the possibility of it existing in a video today. and you expect me to suddenly, like, invent, like, a partnership thing so that you have quality controls. That's not how it works. There's an application you gotta put in, which I haven't done yet, because I'm live broadcasting. How about that? Anyway, while we're here, let's go meet this Rat Life Door, and tell him to get wrecked. Just to say that we met him. There's an old man in that booth. That guy has a story associated with him. His name's Ricky. You know, actually, this is pro strats from me here, guys. Hold on a moment. I got an idea. I'll take you for the short term. 150 new yen? Street Lane Special? Oh no, excuse me. That's the worst pistol in the game. I think we can sell these things. So. Yeah, worth 51 new yen. Was his armor better than mine? Nope, it was the same. And I'll be taking those as well. Go ahead and use the stim patch on Joshua. Use the trauma patch on Joshua. Use it again. Use that one again too. So each one has one use each. Those are different colors. What could it mean? I'll let Ricky hold this for a bit, because I plan on keeping that medkit. The moral of the story is that I just made a profit. Go ahead and sell these one-use. See? This one-use trauma patch is worth more than I spent hiring Ricky. It's amazing. Look at how much money I have right now. Super strats. Anyway, I should make sure this is equipped. And we'll keep Ricky along for a while until we actually do a run which, you know, actually gets him out of the team. Ricky here has Stink, which I've not seen much use for. He has a Force 1 Flame Bolt, which, he has Invisibility, which, and Rock Skin. We'll go ahead and give him this. None should suffice. Yep, totally pro strats, folks. I know what I'm doing. Speaking of what I'm doing, what am I doing? A little Chiba to Jackal's Lantern, I can do that. Now, this would actually be a great way to put some karma on an individual that you plan on keeping with you for the long haul, even if you hire them for short term. I'll go ahead and explain this mechanic again. You know, this is featured in my last recorded playthrough of Shadowrun. When you hire folks for a one-time shadow, or for a single run, that contract only ends when you deliver them to Gunderson. But we won't be delivering this guy to Gunderson, we're taking him to the Jackal's Lantern. Seen here. Because we don't terminate the run with the Jackal's Lantern, Ricky stays with us, and the contract continues for the single run. Most runs in the game involve you going back to the Johnson, but the courier runs, delivering a package or delivering a client, don't. Consequently, you can continue to put karma on folks you plan on keeping with you for the long haul, and, you know, improve their moods, etc., etc. Anyway, I will talk to you later. I don't have much interest in you anymore right now, Gunderson. Where am I gonna go? How much money do I have? That's not enough. See, I haven't given much consideration to who I want on my team. Because I figure I'd plan on doing this with whoever I want on my team. I don't want any deckers. I guess I'll go get Winston. Yeah, I'll get Winston. Allow me to see Mortimer Reed anyway. Let's go get Winston. Listen to this enjoyable music. Another reason why I dislike Ricky, look at how boring his, you know, his character, like, thing is. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, gang's going pro. He looks like one of the civilians that I'd wreck, because he sucks. And the big rhino, which music I also enjoy. Hey there, Winston. How's it going, man? I, as a matter of fact, am looking for a runner, and you will get to shoot people. 360 Nuyen is a bit. But it's funny. You could still make a profit selling what he has. Absolutely make a profit. A Legion shotgun is brutal. It is not silenced. Line Duster works to hide the shotgun from prying eyes. A medkit and a scatter grenade, and I don't really see the value of grenades in this game unless they're frag grenades. So I'm actually going to be selling that. What skills do you start off with? Oh yes, you're a troll, so your body is pretty high. It's a factually correct statement. Full essence as well. And you do have a point of biotech, which technically makes you the healer. Good work. Biotech rates, the biotech skill determines how effective your medkit usage is. Slap patches and trauma patches heal a guaranteed 20% no matter what. You move into the booth. Bodyguards search for hidden weapons on your body. When they are satisfied, a voice speaks from the shadow. Mortimer Reed, he is quite a loathsome individual. Not a number of runs for him in my day, but I never thought they paid that much. My brother liked to do runs for him. Until he fucking unlocked Caleb Brightmore. I, of course, did runs for PV&J. Until I learned that those gave less karma. But more Nuyen may have made mistakes as a kid. Yes. He hates to give away information. But he does have a great contact who will come of use if you use the save load. Like, if you actually load a game. Otherwise, he's less useful. Anyway, go and give me a job. Rat's Nest and the Redmond Barrens, Contact Area Package, Passport Lodge, and Council Island. No. I'd like to do a run that would get, these two, out of the group. I suppose we can go kill some ghouls. Yeah, let's go kill some ghouls. Give all of these clips to Winston. Yeah. Winston deserves those. Killing ghouls. Killing ghouls. Gonna kill some ghouls. Killing some ghouls. Killing. Redmond Baron's a little out of the way. We'll get over it. You'll want to save your, you know, if you're trying to do pro strat, super cool, I'm awesome, played this game for a long while, you'd want to save your trips back and forth until you get your orc armband, which allows you to save on cab fare, because it's free. That being said, cab fare really isn't that much. It just all depends. It's not a big deal. It's not too difficult to make small bits of Nuyen enough to pay for the cab fare. But, you know, depending on how many trips you make, you could theoretically save out of it. Okay, it's a vampire, everyone. I, of course, extend my hands to the Gator God. Well, this is why we have patches. I, of course, also decided to kill some ghouls without getting a mission to kill ghouls, just to prove my superiority. Now let's actually get a Shadowrun. God damn it. Go away, gargoyles. Now, I don't have a job, right? Oh! Leave him alone or you'll be sorry. Comply with his orders. We could have helped for the Nuyen. Perhaps we should have helped for the Nuyen, because that has a chance of attracting Lone Star's attention. And, you know, Winston, despite his lying dumpster, I mean, he is carrying some heat. Give me some ghouls! Whatever, I'll do it. I'll be back for the ghouls. We gotta give Winston some karma anyway. You will surrender the ghouls to me, though. He's like, I mean, I guess you technically completed that last ghoul shadow run, but I mean, you know, we're not having that much ghoul trouble recently. Someone, just like a trio of just people just walked in there and fucking wrecked him. Like, yeah, that was me. I wanted to assert my dominance over the situation. He even killed a vampire. He's like, holy shit. Of course, whenever I actually want ghouls from you. Good work, Dark Destiny Soul. Now, you see, I'm about to let you in on a little trade secret. Below the video player, it should give you an indication of how long I've been live broadcasting. That's one of the features that Hitbox added. Pretty exciting. I know. I'll also call this a victory for Hitbox servers everywhere. And that, knock on not wood, Boris's greenhouse, little Chiba, sure. Eventually I'll hit up Stoker's and get a rest in. I'm hoarding my karma for reasons. Where did you want me to go? Little Chiba, right. I lose focus sometimes. Also, no tune, dude. Alright. No. That frag grenade deal, if it actually is 6 frag grenades, 30 a pop, that's a great deal. But it has so seldom been that for me in all the time I've played this game. I do have limits to my tolerance. It's true. Hollywood Correctional Facility to Rat's Nest, it only pays 40. Rubbish. Let's do it. The party will leave the area when you leave unless they have been downed. If they've been downed, then they'll be left behind. And they will have sore feelings towards you if you attempt to hire them again. They will remember that you abandoned them. Now, if it's Joshua who ends up getting abandoned, then you go through the normal sequence as if your entire team had lost. Because, like, you know, an example of that would be Joshua gets downed and you don't have anything to revive him. You can't carry him out, so you just leave him. Yeah, that would cost just as much. For Joshua being left. Ah, yeah. Having Winston around, that's so much fun. He just tells him to get wrecked. Now, that clip size is really damn small for that Elysian shotgun. We'll think about weapons later. Boris's greenhouse, the Stoker's Coffin Motel, that's 65 Nuyen. So many milk runs. Oh, and Shadowrunner prices will fluctuate depending on your charisma skill, your negotiation skill, and their experiences with you. Like, if they have a very negative attitude towards you, they will charge you higher rates. And if they have a positive attitude towards you, they will charge you lower rates. Their dialogue will even change when you ask to put them on a contract. Ares Weapon Emporium to Jump House. It's alright. It's alright. Gunderson's just gotta You just gotta think about that ghoul contract. What is your starting charisma? It's 2. He makes up for it with a high negotiation skill. No one said Joshua was a good shaman. Damn it, I already forgot where I'm supposed to deliver you. Jump house. Right. Also, while I'm here, let's get these scatter grenades out. 1200 new unit on the spot. Hey there, tiny shopkeeper. Keeper of tiny shops. Happy New Year to you too. Oh! Alright! Only 30 each. It's okay, it's okay. See that my skills are not that much in demand, but hey, at least we negotiated it up a bit. Sure, we'll utilize that. And while I'm at it, no, you're dumb. I could go ahead and rest in Stoker's Coffin Motel, and that's actually what I'm gonna do. Ricky and I could use a rest. Looking for a place to crash. We'll pay 20 new yens, not a big deal. Karma screen. Let's make mouth noises. Higher negotiation skill would help in getting better rates, since I'm going to be doing a lot of Shadowruns. However, what I'm actually going to do is not increase that anymore, I don't think. I might get some more sorcery. That way, whenever I hail Gator, I actually succeed. I also do like quickness. So I tell you what, we're going to get a bit of quickness and a bit of sorcery. Ricky here, I don't give a damn what you do, Ricky. There. And Winston, I'm gonna keep your points relatively unspent, because I don't remember troll maximums for, say, quickness. I think troll maximum for quickness is 5. Yeah, I'm right. I don't want to max those out for him. I want to get them 1 below maximum. There. You can be quicker. Okay. Let's win, everyone. We're coming for you, ghouls. Prepare to get wrecked. Now remember, gargoyles don't count. Yes. Tiny Shopkeeper's playthrough of Oni on hard difficulty. Now, I do have some news, Tiny. I don't have that save anymore. Thankfully, we remember where you left off. Also, I was so busy talking there that, well, I have no idea how many ghouls I've killed. Also, Ricky is down, because of course Ricky's down. You know what, Ricky? I'll bring you up later. Let's go ahead and use a stim patch on Winston. It's been like 7 or 8, yeah. Fucking shotgun. It just like tells the ghouls to get wrecked. Oh, Ricky. Hey, don't you be punching Winston. He's important. Dirt. Otaku, I think that quickness rating is a bit much. But I don't remember, though. I thought their quickness was capped to, like... Winston? Winston! That was... God, maybe I should have increased your intelligence. What, you just feel like doing like a strength test? I'll stand here. They couldn't possibly defeat me. Yes, Toon Dude. You spoke too soon. Trying to mourn my friend Winston here. You bastards! Let's put him back up on his feet. Winston is, caught on the pathfinding. Oh, he's caught on the terrain. Alright. Come on, Winston. How about we not have that happen again, buddy? Let's laugh over Ricky's body. Ha ha ha. Oh! That's enough of that. I was hoping they'd all focus fire on me. You know, I've had that happen plenty of times where I just kite enemies around. But turns out the ghouls don't want to play ball today. Hail Gator. You'll notice the extra quickness is definitely helping. I'm easily able to keep ahead of these ghouls. Which, are the reasons why I like to increase quickness. And its max on Joshua will be 6, because I don't plan on loading him up with any cyberware. Don't want to drop that essence. Although really, the drop between Force 6 and Force 5 in this game, not that big of a deal. In this game. Hey. Let's go ahead and have, Winston use a bit of that each to bring these both up. I know we haven't killed the full 20, but I'm just gonna haul these guys out of here. Well, I said that. Good work, gargoyles. You know, I knew that was a possibility. Alright, Winston, while you're unconscious, I'm gonna try this again, from the top. I could leave Ricky behind since I never plan on using him again, but I sold his stuff earlier. He's gonna need some help. Alright guys, go back and lick your wounds. The day is done. We have won. We have prevailed. Yay! Talk to you later. Prior run completed. You distribute percentages and thanks to your team. This whole percentages statement used to fuck with my head. I was like, percentages? What? But I pay them up front. What could it mean? It means that Winston still has my medkits. And who's the third person I want on my team? I don't want Stark. I used Stark already the first playthrough. Stark's pretty powerful. We can do better than Stark. Stark is pretty good. But he doesn't allow you to build him from the ground up. I don't want to use Eileen Two-Fists. Would that be my third? No, then I just have the fucking song stuck in my head the entire time. And that's not even the correct spelling of that anyway. Besides, she's an elf sympathizer. Although Joshua's an elf sympathizer, so I suppose it fits. Don't want any of the deckers. Go with Trent. I don't have any interest in playing the Super Nintendo version. I don't like it as much as this one. I've played it. Not... have I beaten it? I've seen it beaten. My brother and his friend liked it. A friend of his. and I saw them beat it. I played through it quite a bit as well. I know how the story goes. I think I stopped somewhere around, like, that arena fight with, like, the Arena King guy. I think that's when I just completely lost interest. Well, go ahead and call a taxi. I come back to the Penumbra District here. We do get to shoot people. Look at that. Only 270. I like it. Instead of 360. Better rates, and he has a full heal. Yay. I think Zerfall did a playthrough of it. Let's see, in here is that Elven Mage. I don't think I need another mage on the team. I guess that would write off Trent as well. I guess I can use Eileen. I forget what cyberware she starts with. Hold on, an official timeout here. I'm actually gonna look up what cyberware Eileen Two-Fist starts with. This is important. Okay. Actually rolling up the sleeves here. I don't know why. Hand raisers, muscle replacements, and wired reflexes. We can work with that. Yeah, I like that. We'll do that, and I so seldom use Eileen anyway, because I like Stark over her. And I'm used to having a Decker on the team anyway, even in the end game, as I have a soft spot for Phantom, because he's right there. Okay, we'll go get Eileen then. Alright. Okay, let's see if I can remember how to get Eileen. Okay. Sorry, I had to make sure that my window for you guys reappeared. Cool. I'm gonna get my ass killed numerous times, but if I'm gonna be doing this shit, then I might as well go grab Eileen. That way I can level up my full team of 3. A Gator Shaman and then 2 Samurai. You know, I'm not used to using Walking Bear either. I suppose I could grab her. Nah. Only one magic user, it'll be fine. Okay, let's go to the Wargarble Barons. Throwback here with my names. See if I can remember where the Terraslar City Inn is. Hey, what's going on here? You pull some weapons on me. Oh, we are so screwed. I do not have the power for this. It's up to Winston. And of course, Winston has the body rating for it. Winston's like, puny mortals, you could not dare to defeat the might of Winston. We'll be selling these later. Alright. Is this it? The Terraslar City Inn caters mostly to elves, as the wood Terraslar is elvish for remembrance. Despite its rundown appearance, this apartment has a great rep for being the safest place to stay in the Barrens. You need a place to stay? Well, you've come to the right place. This is the safest hotel in the city for the price. Of course, payment is required in advance. Do you have a tenant named Tabitha Shale? Tabitha Shale? Yeah, she's here. She's been locked in a room for days and won't let anybody in, even to clean up. If you think you can talk some sense into her, be my guest. The manager connects you to her room via the vid phone. The screen remains blank, but the woman's very wary voice identifies itself as Tabitha. Words tumble from your mouth in a desperate rush to convince Tabitha of your sincerity. After some deliberation, she concedes that you are Michael's brother and agrees to let your apartment... Yeah. The moral of the story is, everyone got fucked forever and ever. Tabitha dies. Renraku strike team takes her ass down. We get a hollow Pixto to go to the Wargarble Wilderness. And that's the story. Now, we'll head back to Renraku. Now, whenever Lethal had this moment, I do believe I took a gleeful attitude towards the situation. If memory serves, I was looking forward to him getting his ass kicked by the strike team that descends on Boris's greenhouse. Spoiler alert, there's a strike team that descends its ass upon Boris's greenhouse and will fucking wreck you. Speaking of wreck... take care of that guy who's, using a gun, because that's rude. Anyway. Gotta get a drink here. No Matrix means we're not going to the Matrix. Alright. What I'm just gonna do is I'm gonna take the loss. I'm not gonna have Winston with me when I hit up Boris's greenhouse. I'm just gonna myself. Because whether you succeed and fail against the strike team, you still progress with the story. Because you don't get killed. Jackal's lantern to Boris's greenhouse, so basically what I'm gonna do here is proc another ghost run. It amuses me sometimes, looking at the portrait, how much similar Joshua looks to the Terminator. Calastigro, I'm not actually sure. That was not intentional abuse on my part. It just ended up happening because I didn't recognize that mechanic wouldn't function unless you actually loaded a save. We'll go ahead and help them. Take the 50 new yen. Now that I'm cognizant of it, I don't know whether I'll get to do it or not. We'll say, we'll see. I don't really ever make use that much of the fetishes. That will change. While we're here, we're gonna actually buy, 2 armor jackets. At least 1 armor jacket for Joshua. I think I will allow Winston to keep his line duster, considering the weapon he's wielding. Yeah, this will be good enough armor. And I actually do want to check to make sure whether the shotgun's illegal or not. This will tell me. Yeah, I thought so. Let me make sure I equip my armor. We've got 1 medkit with 6 uses. Hopefully that's enough. I said I would be saving occasionally. Just in case of a crash. I hadn't saved at all since, well, the first time I saved. So if a crash happened, we've been replaying a lot of content. Also, not a whole lot of room to run here. And already Winston is fucked. Why am I here? We didn't get a run for this. God damn it. Welcome to Scatterbrain Grimith today. I'm your host, Scatterbrain Grimith. Winston's just standing there, just as scatterbrained as me. His AI is like, ah, fuck it. Well, you just go ahead and run through all of that. Christ in a hat. J2 is killing my brain cells. I'm not so sure why the Winston AI is just standing there sometimes. Anyway, we need to hit up Stoker's Coffin Motel. I'm pretty fucked up. But at least we picked up enough new yen to cover our expenses. Now, if weenies pop out, it'll make this a bit rough. Nope, weenies didn't pop out. Could use someone with biotech skill. I think Eileen has a decent biotech skill. I still have her tab open. Let me check. She's a biotech skill of 3. Good. That makes her useful for that role. Alright. Let's go ahead and get Winston here some intelligence, I think. He needs it. Oh no. J2 does something called work. And he lives on west coast of the United States. He's a 9-to-5er, maybe an 8-to-5er. I'm not exactly sure of his work hours. At any rate, $20 will be good enough. Now, what's our actual Shadowrun? Shackle's Lantern to Boris's Green Owls. Not only did... I must have already picked it up. Not only does J2 work, I'm sure he gets paid more than most of my viewers. By a comfortable margin. That being said, I'm sure many of my viewers are below the legal working age, so, you know. Halloweeners, Rat's Nest, that is way too far out of my way, man. Rat's Nest, you want to say new? That's still too far out of my way. Community of Ghouls? Sure. I did want to get Winston off the team so that, when I suicide against Rinraku, everything's okay. I do have enough money to pay Boris, right? I think I do. I think he only takes 600. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to come in here. No. I was thinking about Boris. Damn this live stream and shit. It eats my brain. No one can perma-die in this game. Unless it's part of the story. Like my brother. Joshua can't perma-die. You can leave companions behind. They'll just get angry at you and charge you more. If you want to hire them again. I need more powerful spells. No surprises there, of course. Needing more powerful spells. We'll stay around here for a bit. Make sure that Winston is fully loaded. I actually want him. Let me move him. Come on, Joshua. Good. At least they're all on me now. This'll pay for Stoker's Coffin Motel again. We're out of here. I'm not used to not doing, or not attempting to do the full 20 for these things, but that's the way it is. The player character is Joshua. Michael is his brother. He's dead. Oh, he got attacked by dregs, everyone. The gun wielder's actually not that bad, because he deals physical damage, which in the grand scheme of things is actually welcomed in this situation, considering how the physical damage, our physical health is full compared to our mental health. A rare spot where I'd rather get gunned down than punched. Why am I using this? I plan on fucking staying in the damn inn anyway. That's why I came here. Easy money, I'll pay. Whatever. We're out. Oh, there's two health bar types. Physical and, there's two damage types. Physical damage and stun damage. Punching someone deals stun damage, which impacts their mental health. Anyway, that gets Winston off the team. I have enough money. I will even lose some. Whenever I get spirited, well, I'll definitely lose some either way. It'll help to have a bankroll on there. I'll get spirited off to Seattle, so that'll cover the cab fare all the same. Alright, Boris. The only illumination in the greenhouse comes from the dirty skylights casting strange shadows. Seated at a cluttered desk is a wisp of a man, hiding under a large hat. Come on in! Just slot your cred stick before we start talking. Time is money, chum. What's your story, chummer? Cost me 100 new yen to find out. The name's Boris Orasco at your service. I'm a fixer, which means if you want something, I can fix it so you get it. With the proper monetary motivation added in, of course. I request but one thing from you. I've served time in Hollywood, so I would appreciate it if you kept our business transactions to yourself. What items do you have to offer? It's nothing that I really ever wanted, but he does offer items. Equipment-wise, he's got some passports to the Wargarble land for 1,000 new yen, and a level 2 maglock passkey for 10,000 new yen, which... Level 2 maglock? Whatever. I'll show you his firearms, which Mach 22s, and he's practically given away for 1,200 each. Which, again. Now, information. It's 500 new yen. But we got 500 new yen for spending 250 new yen to get Michael stuff at the beginning of the game anyway, so... Sure, easy money, chummer, I'll pay. Boris watches the new yen roll off your cred stick. Ah, gives one a warm feeling all over. You just ask me anything you want to know. Do you know anything about David Owlfeather? That ranger who patrols the wilderness? You won't get to see him unless you got a visa, which I have plenty in stock. Rarely leaves that of Mare Indian village he's stationed at, but he's okay. It's his brother who's a real dreckhead. Brother? Yeah, Aragorn, a real fragging arrogant punk. I don't care for him, but I gotta make money. Last time here, he was shooting his mouth off about taking on a big corp for one of the Johnsons around here. Brother? Haven't seen him since, and don't feel too bad about that. Though I do miss the creds. Alright. Well, tell me what you know about my brother, Michael. Hello, hello, hello. Michael. It just occurred to me that your brother was in here a while back. He came in using the name Owlfeather, though I never believed that was really his name. I believe he bought a few high-powered weapons, lots of ammo, and a 4-wheeled truck. Unfortunately, we can't buy a vehicle. Anyway, I wouldn't have thought twice about it until some Renraku hotshot started a bird dog. Never seen the suit before he came looking for your brother. He had lots of higher protection, but he looked like the most dangerous of the bunch. His name was Mako Socho. So many people told me to pronounce that, and I don't care. He's not real. He is real. We'll meet him later. He applied some pressure. Whatever. Thanks. Your mind mulls over this new information as you turn to leave. You're startled back to reality as a Renraku strike team breaks into the greenhouse. They're aiming for Boris, who attempts to run for cover. The leader seems to recognize you and immediately instructs the team to take you down instead. Did one of them shoot the other? Because I didn't fire a shot? That's awesome. Oh, hey, we escaped, everyone. Tee-hee-lo. We win. Bye. let's head to Rinraku Arcology so that we can actually come over here. Icarus Descending is a high-class restaurant in the elven part of downtown. You have heard many times how culturally biased the management is toward humans, something only a prestigious establishment can get away with. A burly elven bouncer stands guard at the door. I'd like to go in. How's it feel to have friends in high places? Hurry up and go on in. You're scaring away the good folk who belong here. Now, if you don't talk the Boris, you can't get in here. Unless you have an elf in your party. If you have an elf in your party, I do believe I demonstrated this in my playthrough of it that I recorded 2.5 years ago. You're allowed in, but you can't speak with Caleb. This place is basically locked to you until you fulfill the proper storyline credentials. Which we have! The breeder is allowed into Icarus Descending. A truly happening place, man. Look at all the action in here. The activity. The excitement. The music. This is one of my favorite tracks of the entire game. I'll let it run for a few minutes. Yes, Lionheart, you get better spells by buying them in this game. It's not how Shadowrun, the tabletop, works with spells, but it's the game mechanics. Arcology is a self-contained environment, full of everything a man would need. A Sarari man. You could also Google search it, because God forbid you try to get any information in this world by using an internet search. In the dark booth, you see a well-dressed elf. 2 bodyguards flank him. They seem ready to spring into action at a moment's notice. I'm Caleb Brightmore. I know you're looking for me, and sad to say, I also know why. I'm truly sorry about your brother's death. He was a good friend. Ours is a dangerous business. Was he really a good friend? Was he really? My brother was staying at Stoker's Coffin Motel. If he was really an employee, you know, he's not, you know, the note even said that from Tabitha that you weren't his usual Johnson. They use Mortimer Reed normally. Lies. All lies. But, you know, Caleb here is running a business, man. Ours is a dangerous business. Too dangerous of late. Tell me about Michael's last Shadowrun. Michael's mission was to seek out a specific cave for an interested party. Sadly, I don't know much more than that. They were warned of the dangers in traveling through the wilderness, but ambushes aren't part of your typical forest. His team was traveling on restricted lands when they were killed. As a result, the scene of the crime was closed to me. I believe the official cause was listed as death from superior firepower. As to who's behind all this, again, I know very little. I was only the agent in his final contract. I received my orders from an elf named Frosty, who in turn took orders from someone else. Alas, nothing is ever as simple as it appears. I have been unable to learn more about her, despite repeated attempts. As my reputation is not to bite the hand that feeds me, I would suggest you seek her out. I know she spends a lot of time in the Wargarble Barrens, so you might seek her out there. That is all I can tell you regarding your brother. Is there something else I can do for you? Caleb Brightmore, for those of you who are unfamiliar with the game, is a high-end Johnson. He is the most high-end Johnson available to us within this game. He has difficult contracts, which pay the most, almost the most Nuyen, and offer the most karma. PV and J, which we had an opportunity to meet and did not do so yet, do have better rates, but they give less karma. He is strictly high-end, and probably be doing a few shadow runs for him before it's all said and done. He's also quite polite. All things considered, despite being ensconced within this place. But he doesn't know anything to tell me right now. I'm gonna go get a drink, folks. Enjoy yourselves. Have fun. Listen to the music.